What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we arrived in the Valor Lakefront. In this episode, well, we're going to travel along Route 213 and make our way to Pastoria. But first, let's check out my Pokemon team. I did do a bit of off-screen training, just leveled up people a few times to make it a little bit easier. Maokai is also only a few experience points away from evolving, which is really awesome. Now, I believe there's actually an item nearby that I do want to pick up. Yes, there we go. It's a sweet key. Now, this is not actually necessary, but I figured we might as well do this since we're here, and it only takes about a few seconds to get a really nifty item. What am I to do? I've gone and dropped my sweet key somewhere again. Oh, that's my sweet key. You found it for me. Oh, that's sweet of you. Thank you. Alright, if we're giving this lady her sweet key, we can now follow her inside her house and talk to her again to get another item. Thanks for helping me out. Here's something for your trouble. And she gives us the white flute. Now, the white flute isn't really anything that you actually need. All it does is allow you to, like, get other Pokemon to appear. So it's kind of nifty in that regard, but you don't really need it. Anyways, now that that is out of the way, let's travel along Route 213 and make our way to Pastoria. That way we can challenge the next gym leader. But first, let's get this item, and it's a yellow shard. Now, like I said before, Maokai is actually only one level away from evolving, so I'm going to purposely battle this trainer just so we can level up and finally get Maokai to evolve. And there we go. After that battle, it's Maokai's turn to reach his full evolution. It's about dang time. I probably should have done this sooner since Maokai will be useful in the next gym, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. We got Amp to pick up the slack anyways. I'm probably going to use, like, exclusively Amp. Maybe a little bit of Maokai in the next gym anyway. So there we go. Torterra, man. Maokai is now a freaking Torterra. And he wants to learn Earthquake. Earthquake is a ridiculously powerful move on freaking Torterra. So, of course, we're going to learn this. You know what? I think I'm going to get rid of Bite for this. Now, having, like, 3 Grass-type moves might seem like a bad idea, but don't worry. I'm still in the process of getting, like, my final moveset, so some of those might actually change. But there we go. We learned Earthquake now. Fantastic. Now, I guess while we're traveling along Route 213, we could talk about some of the Pokemon we can encounter. One new Pokemon we can encounter is Wingull. It is a water flying type Pokemon. It evolves into Pelipper. The only other new Pokemon you can find is Chatot, but we'll have to talk more about that after this battle. So, like I was saying, Chatot, it's a normal flying type Pokemon. It does not have an evolution, so it just remains its weird looking bird self the entire time that you have it. Anyways, there's TM40, Aerial Ace, a very nice move. Anyways, that does about do it for Route 213. It's pretty short, although we did skip, like, most of the trainers. Like, there's a few more trainers that you can fight if you go looking for a battle, but doesn't really matter because now we are at Pastoria City. And the next gym is just around the corner. Actually, real quick, I do want to note something. Right through this gate is basically the Great Marsh. This is, this game's version of the Safari Zone, so you can catch a lot of Pokemon there if you're looking for them. Anyways, let's go to the gym. But, looks like we're going to get interrupted by TJ. What's he up to? Whoops. Hee, I'm not always going to plow into every time we meet. Oh, well, that's good. So, how's it going, Matt? Buffing up your Pokemon, eh? I'll test you and your Pokemon out to see how buff and tough you are. Alright, bring it on. So it is finally time for another rival battle. Let's see what TJ is packing. 4 Pokemon this time around. I think he had 4 Pokemon last time. I don't remember. Anyways, he's going to lead off with his Staravia, so it's a good thing that we are starting off with Amp. And you know what I just realized? We got all those moves from the Game Corner store in the last episode, and I totally forgot to teach them to my Pokemon, so that's kind of a waste, but whatever. I guess we'll have to do that in the next part, or between this part and the next part. Doesn't matter because we know Thunderfang, and this should just totally eat through the Staravia. There we go. Not even a chance. Didn't even give it a chance to use Endeavor, which is freaking awesome. I'm totally glad that we don't have to worry about that. Anyways, he's going to send out Buizel next. I could swap to Maokai, but there's really no need because Amp can deal with this just as well, and Amp actually is our highest level Pokemon right now. That sort of happened by accident. I was, like, training off screen, I just sort of, like, left Amp out in front, and I was like, holy crap, this guy's almost level 40 now. I really need to stop. So, yeah, he might be a little over-leveled, but honestly, in comparison to the rest of our Pokemon, it's not really that big of a deal. Anyways, Roselia is coming out now, so we'll swap into Epona. The next, like, Gym Leader's Pokemon are, I think, around the same level as Amp, so I guess we're not that over-leveled. It should at least still be a pretty interesting fight, although we do have a lot of advantages with the next gym being all water type. Anyways, hopefully this Flame Wheel will take out this Roselia. There we go. We have one-shot 3 out of the 4 Pokemon that TJ has brought with them. That is ridiculous. Anyways, Monferno, here we go. Alright, I guess I'll swap into Carlton for this. Actually, that might not have been a good idea. Monferno, I think he knows Mach Punch, and I'm pretty sure that's super effective against Carlton. I don't know, I guess we can see what happens. I'll go for the Water Gun and see how much this will actually do. And Leer? Really? Your Monferno still knows Leer at level 36. That's pretty ridiculous. So that does lower defense, so I don't know, maybe it was a good idea. And there's the Mach Punch. I knew that was going to come out at some point. Gosh dang, yeah, that did a ton of damage. I definitely don't want to risk taking another one of those, but he's just like so close to dying, it stinks. But I'll send out Nettler anyways, because I know Nettler is like going to be perfectly fine against a Mach Punch. She will have no problem like tanking up that damage. Probably won't even, yeah, it didn't even do a lot. We'll send out the Water Pulse, and that should be it for this Monferno. The only Pokemon that we weren't able to one-hit, but I guess it makes sense since it is his starter, and it's his most, like, powerful team member, so I guess it was a pretty well-fought battle, but there we go. Done and done. TJ, you're really not getting any harder as these battles go on. Huh, yeah, maybe you did get a bit tougher since last time. That even shocked me a bit, so yeah, I got beat because I was careless. Oh yeah, I joined Mr. Wake as an apprentice. Wait, really? Like, I want my own theme song. You know, that is something that TJ would actually say. And then he would actually do it, too, because TJ's actually a pretty good musician, like, in real life, or the character that I based TJ off of. Anyways, let's go and heal up our Pokemon because, well, it is time to take on the gym here in Pastoria. That's right, there is nothing that we need to do beforehand besides battle TJ, so we are good to go. Now, this next gym, it's going to be kind of difficult because there are a lot of trainers that you do have to fight pretty much no matter what. There's really only a few that you can skip, but they are all water type, and we do have Maokai and Amp with us, so we kind of do have a big advantage. The only problem is that, it can be kind of confusing. Like, this is one of the puzzles that does stump me every now and again, so forgive me if I do get turned around, in this gym. I believe we need to raise this up, and we cannot cross that just yet. The water needs to be one block higher. Crap, I'm already lost. I believe this just lowers it again, so yeah, that is not going to be helpful. Oh, I totally forgot about the underpath. Alright, let's raise the water back up again, and now we can cross down here and battle our first trainer of the gym, this sailor-looking guy. Like I said, unfortunately, most of these trainers, we are forced to fight, so no matter what, this gym is going to take you a while. The puzzle's not that hard, you know, if you pay attention to what, like, makes the water go up and down. It's like kind of like the water temple of Pokemon if you think about it that way, but it's actually a lot easier. I guess while we're, like, fighting some of these battles, I can talk about something. Now, I want to preface this by saying that I'm not complaining at all, but, like, when you guys correct me in the comments, I just want to, like, sort of give some context to this, because obviously I know that I make a few mistakes in my commentary. I'm not perfect, you know, I'm only human, I can only do so much, but, like, when I mispronounce a Pokemon's name, for instance, or I don't get, like, the full description of an item, if you guys could, like, maybe cut me a little slack when you correct me in the comments, that'd be great, because, like, just to give you guys some perspective, like, I'm playing the game, commentating, trying to make sure my commentary is, like, one solid, like, train of thought and I'm not getting distracted, and then I'm also at the same time trying to, like, remember where to go, what items to pick up, and then, you know, what is good against the opposing Pokemon that I may or may not be facing. So Pokemon is a strategy game, and although it's not the hardest strategy game, it does like require a tad of concentration over, say, something like Zelda or Mario, which is what I'm used to playing. So I'll admit, it is a little bit harder to commentate and remember, like, all of the facts in this game, because there are a lot of things that you need to remember to be good at Pokemon, and forgive me for not having the best memory in the world, but I don't have, like, Bulbapedia up on screen while I'm recording just to, like, look up facts, because that would just take away from, you know, me being able to actually focus more on the actual gameplay. So, like, normally what I do is, I practice through the area that I'm going to record. Then if I'm not sure about, like, an item description or pronunciation, I go and look that up. And then I go and, you know, record the episode, like, a few hours later. So, if I get something wrong, you know, I mean, feel free to correct me still. But, I mean, hey, sometimes if you want to cut me some slack, that'd be appreciated. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. I'm not, like, you know, getting mad at you guys or anything like that. Please don't take it the wrong way. I just wanted to sort of, like, give you guys some perspective at, everything that is going on in my mind while I try to make these videos. It's a little bit harder than I guess you would think. Like, I'm not saying it's the hardest thing in the world, just being able to focus and spit out facts, like, as you're playing a game. It might sound easy, but it can be pretty dang difficult, especially if you're trying to be, like, as accurate as possible. Anyways, moving on. I'm off the subject. That was my rant for this episode. We're done. This Marill is dead, so there we go. Was that the last Pokemon? I think so. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. Amp is level 38. Holy crap. Almost level 40. That is insane. But there we go. Another trainer down. Fantastic. We're actually, I don't know, maybe halfway done with this gym. We're actually pretty close to Crasher Wake, but I'm probably going to go to the Pokemon Center before we battle him, just because I'm using Thunderfang a lot, and while it is like one of my most powerful moves, I kind of want to make sure I can still use it during the actual battle with Crasher Wake, so I might have to go to the Pokemon Center just so I can refresh my Pokemon's PP on that move before we actually battle him. Anyways, I believe this is actually the last trainer before Crasher Wake, and he's got a Wingull. Wingull's actually like one of my favorite Pokemon. I don't know why. I've always liked Wingull. Like, it might not even be a good Pokemon. I don't even know, like, where it stands in, like, the Pokemon meta or whatever. I just like it a lot. It's a cool water-flying Pokemon. Like, I don't even like seagulls in real life, so it doesn't even make sense why I like Wingull, but I just do, alright? I have no reasons behind my love for Wingull other than the fact that I like Wingull. So, yeah, clearly I would be, like, the best person to have on a debate team. Oh, actually, you know what? I do have something else that I actually want to talk about while we're battling this guy real quick. I apologize recently if I've sounded sort of, like, nasally in my videos. It's summertime now, and my allergies are going insane. Like, they've been getting worse and worse over the years. Like, this year is the absolute worst they've been in a really, really long time. It's actually quite annoying, and I think I might have to, like, I don't know, go to the doctors and get some medication soon or something, because they're pretty annoying. Like, I'm sneezing all over the place, and I'm waking up, like, every morning stuffed up, so I apologize if I sound nasally. I try not to. Like, I try my best to make sure, like, all of my nasal passages are clear before I record, and my gosh, this is just sounding disgusting. I apologize for this. Alright, enough about that. This is like the episode of off-topic discussions, I swear. Anyways, that Golduck is done. Are we done with this trainer? I think we're done with this guy, right? Dang, that came off a lot of experience points. Alright, there we go. We're done with this guy, though. Now we can finally take on the gym leader, Crasher Wake. Let's just raise the water all the way up, and now we can cross over to this guy. But first, I'm going to head back to the Pokemon Center, so I'll meet you guys back here in a quick second once I heal my team and make sure we are good to go. Alright, we're back, and now it is time to take on Crasher Wake. Let's do it! Welcome. I don't get challenged very often. The glory you are now beholding is the Pastoria Gym Leader. That's right, I'm Crasher Wake. My Pokemon were toughened up by stormy white waters. They'll take everything you can throw at them and then pull you under. Victory will be ours. Come on, let's get it done. Alright, you've got it then. Well, here we go. Starting off the battle with Crasher Wake. He has, I believe, 3 different Pokemon. Now, they're all water types, so this really shouldn't be that hard. And, oh my gosh, he's actually leading off with his Gyarados. This thing is level 33. It's a water flying type Pokemon. It knows the moves Brine, Waterfall, Bite, and Twister. Now, Gyarados is actually weak to Rock and 4 times weak to Electric. So, holy crap, Thunderfang just completely one-shotted that thing. Not actually surprised. We do have a pretty big advantage in this fight since both Maokai and Amp are like super effective against most of his team. Anyways, he's going to send out Quagsire now. Quagsire is level 34. It's a water ground type Pokemon. It knows the moves Water Pulse, Mud Shot, Rock Tomb, and Yawn. Quagsire is also only weak to grass, but it's 4 times weak to grass. So, yeah, it's pretty dang easy to take out with Maokai. There we go, one shot at that thing too. So, yeah, this fight is kind of unfair for poor old Crasher Wake here. Anyways, he's going to send in his last Pokemon, Float Cell. This thing is level 37, so it's his highest level of all the Pokemon. It knows the moves Brine, Crunch, Ice Fang, and Aqua Jet. It's also purely water type, so we could... Oh, crap! I totally forgot. The fact that it knows Ice Fang means I really should not have kept Maokai out because that is super effective against us. And now we are frozen. That is just absolutely fantastic. Alright, let's swap into Amp and take care of this thing, hopefully without dying. That was a mistake on my part for sure. I thought Maokai was going to be fine, and yeah, I totally forgot that he's weak to Ice-type moves, but not that big of a deal. He got 2 Brines off. There's our Thunderfang. Hopefully, that'll one-shot it. Maybe? Come on, I believe. Come on, yes! There we go. Amp pulls through for us, man. Took some damage, so did Maokai, but the one-shot comes out. So we, like, one-shotted all of his team. That is incredible. I mean, I knew we were powerful, but dang, that's crazy. It seems the Undertow pulled me under. But I had a great time battling with you. You've earned this. And with that, we've got our next gym badge, the Fen Badge. Heck yeah, man. You need that Fen Badge to use a hidden move Surf outside of battle. This is a special reward from me in recognition of your team's power. And with that, he gives us TM55, which I believe is actually the move, Brine. Yes, it is. Sweet, thanks, man. It inflicts double the damage on targets with less than half their HP left. Use it to end battles decisively. Alright, we will. You should have taken your own advice, though, considering you used Brine like twice while I was still above half HP. That actually probably would have killed me if I was lower than half, but whatever. Not my problem. We're good to go. Let's get out of here. Oh, it's TJ again. What's he want? Oh, hey, you got the gym badge here, huh? Yeah, I did. What'd I tell ya? Mr. Wake, I mean the master, is pretty awesome. Hey! Oh, what's up? It's Crasher Wake. What does he want? What's this racket then? Oh, it's you two. I mean, what do? We were just kind of like talking. Oh, master! Listen, kid. I know your father, I won't deny that. But I don't recall ever taking you on as an apprentice. Not in the least. Oh, dang, get told. Besides, you two don't need me. You can become strong on your own without being my apprentice. It doesn't matter. I made you my master. I decided. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. But forget that. There's trouble brewing. Uh-oh. There's a Team Galactic goon in front of the observatory gate. He said something about using a bomb. What? No one messes with Pastoria. Not on my watch. You know, TJ, you probably should have mentioned that earlier. Hey, master, wait. I mean, that is kind of important, a bomb, for crying out loud. But it's not important enough that we need to go there right away. Instead, we are going to go to the Pokemon Center and heal up our Pokemon. And actually, I think that is going to do it for this episode. So if you enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.